Hi YouTubers, and welcome again. Today I'm going to be showing you this really nice look inspired by one of my rings, and the ring is this one. It's made out of stressed bronze with some black in it, and is covered in these white beads. And as you can see, that's the design, very similar. So without further ado, let's just get started. Always start off covering your nails with a base coat, and I always use Beauty Secrets base coat, which I already have applied. Following that, we're going to use a black, and I use this Cherimoya vernice, and this is just plain black. You could use, of course, any black. And we're going to give our nails 2 coats. And then you're going to let that dry. Okay, now that my nail is dry, we're going to move on to the next step, which is a gradient that I have done on my nails, if you can see closely. And I decided to do that based on the distressed look that's on the bronze. And what I did was use 2 colors. The first color that I used was from BSN, and then this one is Kiss Me. Now, the way that we do a gradient is we take a small piece of cosmetic sponge, and you cut it to the size that you need, and we apply a little bit right to the edge. And then you just start around the edge of the nail and up on the sides, so you're satisfied with the look that you've got. Now this color is not dark enough or bright enough. You won't see it that much off of the black. As a matter of fact, if you could see closely, you could barely see it. But we're going to be applying a lighter color in order so it stands out better. The second color that we're going to be using is from Cherimoya vernice, and the name to this one is Copper. We're going to take that copper color, and it's a little brighter, as I mentioned before, so when you apply it to the nail, you'll be able to see it better. If you feel like you need a little bit more, you can just go ahead and keep applying until your desired look is accomplished. And that's the look. And we're just going to let that dry before we move on to the stamping. Now when you're done applying the gradient, it's going to be almost impossible not to get nail polish on your skin. So before you move on to the stamp, you want to go ahead and with a brush, I had mentioned before in a previous video that I have more control with the brush and nail polish remover rather than a Q-tip to remove the nail polish that you get on the skin. So you want to clean that off so that we could prep the nails for the stamping. Now we're going to move on to the stamping, and I took a look at my ring and tried to go through all of my plates to see if I could find a design or a swirl that resembled this, and I actually found this plate from Shany. You can see right here, this is plate 24, and I used this right there, which is very similar, and it worked. So that's what we're going to use. And the same color that we're going to use is the same one that we used for the gradient, which is the color Copper. It worked very nice, and it stands out in the black. Even though, okay, we're going to apply the color. Pick up the design. Check that it looks nice, and align it in your finger right in the center. There we go. You can see it pretty good. Okay, now for the dots, I wanted to do an exact replica of the ring, and that's what I was able to do. So you could use anything. You could use a tray. I'm using a regular card, and just drop a big glob of any white nail polish. And we're going to use a small dotting tool to do the dots. from the top of the edge. You have them coming down. And you want to do the same from the bottom up. Wipe down a little bit of that dotting tool so you can have better dots when it's time to do the flowers. Start with the big dot right in the center and then go all around. Picking up nail polish as you need. And then the second flower. And that's about it. Okay, now that we've allowed the dot to dry, what we're going to do is come in and finish it up with a top coat. And I always use Beauty Secrets top coat. Here we are, that's the complete finished look for the design inspired by this ring. And I think it came out amazing. I love it. So I hope that you enjoyed it as well. And please join me next time when I come up with my next tutorial for one of my rings. Thank you again for watching. Have a good day.